think this trip made me realize how many people serve me and how selflessness is so important. And during this trip, we had moments of exhaustion and times where I just want to lay down on the floor. But I know that God was working through me for all of the things that we've done and how important it was to put myself aside and worry about what was going on around me and serve the kids and the church as much as I possibly could.
I feel like it's impacted my life because it's also given me a sense of gratitude, and you feel that after you've gone here you can help others back home with what they're going through, because you know that these kids here, they could be living in the worst situation, but they have so much joy on their faces every day.
This trip has impacted my faith with patience, a lot of patience, because working with the littles, they don't understand tasks. Well, they understand the tasks, but they do it a little slower, so I've been patient with them. One kid, he was the sweetest kid. He wrote his name backwards, and that's cool and all, but we wrote it down correctly, forwards, and then had him copy it. So I've just been patient with them. And then when they are teaching us their names, their Hawaiian names, I've been really patient to learn how to say it correctly, because that is their culture. I don't want to mispronounce their name. So I've been really patient with learning how to speak their name and some of their songs in Hawaiian.
I think the kids impacted me the most on the trip because they are just so loving and kind, and how they treat people is so amazing versus how they're treated and how their living situation is.
The most impactful thing is the kids, because they're just so energetic and excited to learn and do new things and see us. And it was just really good because they got us through the week after long hours doing service projects, and they were just that energy we needed to get through the last half of the day.
I think it impacted my life in a lot of great ways. I think it impacted me the most probably spiritually, and just the way I saw God working through everybody, and just seeing the most pure form of God with everybody working with the kids, and how happy the kids were. I think it was just cool seeing how God worked through all of us to make all this happen.
I think this trip has impacted my faith because I've actually noticed that God is with me. I think while at home I've kind of pushed him to the side and haven't really realized how much he's actually there. But as we've been at this trip and worked with a lot of kids who've, been struggling and through poverty and a lot of bad things, I've really noticed that he's there with us, and I can feel his presence with us. And I feel like that has impacted me a lot through this trip.
I feel like it has really brought me closer to Jesus and to God, because it has shown me what telling others, especially little kids, telling others about Jesus can do for them, and how happy everyone is when they learn about him.
I think that just seeing all the love that all the children have for God, all the love that Kahukeri has for God, and how they really spread it, that really made my faith stronger.
I feel a lot more close to one, God, obviously, and two, to the church here, St. John's, because before they've always had their own groups, and I wasn't a part of those groups, but now I feel like it's all allowed us to connect in a way that not a lot of people get, coming to Hawaii.
I think it's impacted my faith because it showed real raw love and unconditional love, and these kids have just taken us in and really showed God's work with their hands and feet.
Well, I was never super religious growing up, and then I started going to St. John's, and when I started getting more into Christianity and my faith. And then this trip really helped me a lot, because seeing the kids we were working with, seeing how happy they were and how much of an impact we made, it made me feel something different than just feeling good. And I think it's really helping me go all in on Jesus and just becoming one of his and just loving everyone.